What is up, everyone? Welcome to this bonus spooky season Halloween reaction. This is being filmed currently, specifically for my Patreon and possibly for Mortius's, should he choose to use it over there. It's not going to be a YouTube thing at this stage. That might change in the future, I'm not sure, but the option's always going to be open there. But for the moment, this is a Patreon exclusive where I am going to be checking out Mortius's version of Jack's Lament. I couldn't pass up the opportunity to see this. I wanted to support Mortius and to check this out because the idea of any reactor putting out their own music is so freaking cool. And I know Mortius has a good voice, so I can't wait to see what he can actually do with it. But yes, we're going to get into this. This is Mortius's version of Jack's Lament. Let's go.
There are few who deny at what I do I am the best, for my talents are renowned far and wide.
First of all, you're going to walk in the Nightmare Before Christmas Jack Skellington shirt and then just snap and transform into Jack. I love that. This man has put time and care into this clip. Also, I don't know what I was expecting from this. It's just so cool hearing Mortius's voice that I've heard in reactions a bunch of times, now singing and doing an incredible version of this song. Let's go. He has such a theatrical voice as well.
There are few who deny at what I do I am the best, for my talents are renowned far and wide. When it comes to surprises in the moonlit night, I excel without ever even trying. With the slightest little effort of my ghost.
It's the inflections that he puts in there. They are so good and so on point. Before there were these little growls in the words, and then the slightest little flick. It works so well because his natural speaking voice is just so theatrical, and that's why he draws you in to watch his reactions. To hear it in singing form just works so well.
Trying with the slightest little effort of my ghost-like charms, I have seen grown men give out a shriek. With the wave of my hand and a well-placed moan, I have swept the very bravest off their feet. Yet year after year, it's the same routine, and I grow so weary of the sounds of screams, and I, Jack, the Pumpkin King, have grown so tired of the same old thing.
I like what he did on Thing there. Thing. It was a real kind of growl to it. I like that this version is staying really true to the original. Like, this feels like I'm pretty sure it's the same backing track from the original, and you can feel that because it feels exactly like Skeleton Jack should be singing this. It's on the nose perfect.
So tired of the same old thing. Oh, somewhere deep inside of these bones, an emptiness began to grow. There's something out there far from my home, a longing that I've never known.
He puts such great emotion into his voice as well. Not just for like the theatricality I spoke about before, where it's these big grand performances, but it's like that section there where it was the long, like you felt the sorrow there. You felt it in his voice. Even if I wasn't looking at the screen, you would have felt that performance come through. Mortius, you need to tell me, do you have a theater background? Like, is this like, have you been in productions? Have you been in plays? Have you played characters? I need to know this. Shoot me a message and let me know if you've done theater before, because I strongly get theater kid vibes here. game recognizes game. But yeah, it just gives me like that strong kind of theater background that he just knows how to sell a performance.
I'm the master of fright and a demon of light, and I'll scare you right out of your pants.
Okay with your big note there. They didn't do that in the original.
I'm the master of fright and a demon of light, and
Yes.
I'll scare you right out of your pants. To a guy in Kentucky, I'm Mr. Unlucky, and I'm known throughout England and France. And since I am dead, I can take off my head.
The little high note there on since it like he literally went up on it, and it was so nice.
And since I am dead, I can take off my head to recite Shakespearean quotations. No.
I'm sorry, I'm pausing so much, but that is what I'm talking about. When I talk about the theatricality in his voice, you capture it there on the line Shakespearean quotations, because that is like, I'm pretty sure even in the original, I have to go back and watch it again, but that is a line that is very kind of, you should not sing that line without jumping into, oh yes, Shakespeare mode. Like the theater kid should come out in you, and he does it flawlessly. Absolutely flawlessly.
To recite Shakespearean quotations, no animal, no man can scream like I can with the fury of my recitations.
The high note on Scream, I was wondering how he's going to do that, because like there's obviously the original, there's Jeff's version, which is, that was a scream, and Mortius has stayed close to the original, but that really high scream was nice.
No animal, no man can scream like I can with the fury of my recitations. But who here would ever understand that the Pumpkin King with the skeleton grin would tire of his crown if they only understood he'd give it all up if he only could.
That was the wrong time to pause. I'm going to get into that in a second. We're about to pause 30 seconds after less than 10 seconds after I pause now. But I've forgotten what I was going to say, what he did here. That's right, only could. He changed up the way that line goes in the original. The way he's done only could. Whereas I'm pretty sure it's like, I can't do the notes, and especially I can't do the notes when I'm sick, but I couldn't do the notes either way. But I'm pretty sure that the original is only could rather than only could. It's a really nice change up to make it his own.
Oh, there's an empty place in my bones that calls out for something unknown.
There is a part of my brain right now, excuse me, there is a part of my brain right now that goes, if me and Mortius were in high school together, we definitely would have been friends, because I definitely feel a kindred spirit thing here, in the fact of it's not that I would be shocked if Mortius wasn't into like the edgy emo music when he was in high school. I don't expect him to have been into that. But something about this vibe here, because that was me in high school. I was the theater kid that wanted to be an actor, while simultaneously all the music I listened to is Panic at the Disco, Fall Out Boy, My Chemical Romance, All Time Low, all those kind of e-boy songs. And the style that he went into here, I am dying. Please, Mortius, give me a cover of Welcome to the Black Parade. Do whatever you want with it, but I want to hear it, because he's got a voice for emo music and he don't even know it.
Empty place in my bones that calls out for
Again, any emo song, My Chemical Romance, Welcome to the Black Parade would be great. But at the same time, there's so many theatre songs. Hunchback of Notre Dame, Sweeney Todd, Jekyll and Hyde. There are so many songs I now want to hear Mortius do, because this theatrical voice he has, mixed with whatever that was that he just added to it in that part, where it had this kind of emo rocky edge to it, I am here for it. That was wicked. So good.
Thank you so much for checking out my rendition of Jack's Lament by Danny Elfman from The Nightmare Before Christmas. I've been singing this song for auditions and for fun basically my entire life, and I am so happy I was finally able to share it with the rest of the world as my first full-length cover on the channel. Making a video like this would not be possible without all the amazing people already listed in the credits, but would also not be possible without people like you who click on and support my videos over here on YouTube.
I am gonna let him finish. I am, because I want to hear all this. But how dare you with these credits? How dare you with these credits? Because, well, first of all, I love the fact that when he was talking about his outdoor recording and his makeup was done by the Morty Miss. I'm guessing his missus. Love that. And down here we have in the invaluable feedback section, we have the Morty Mum. Love that. We also have Casper and Marwan. Love that. But how did I not know that Mortius is a D&D player? Like, I've never been more upset that all of my D&D pop vinyls are hidden by my cobwebs. We are going to get to the stage where I am going to either sit down and try and work out a scientific breakdown of why so many people cross over in the Venn diagram between enjoying a cappella music and plays D&D. I've got to work out what that link is. And on top of that, we are going to also end up having to start a game of D&D just solely with reactors, because there are so many of us. There are so many reactors, and my Patreon already has a D&D chat where we're organizing a D&D game now. So it goes to show how big the crossover between these two groups are. But I love the fact that Mortius took this to his D&D game and was like, hey guys, what do you think of this? And they gave him the feedback. That is so awesome. God, I hope he plays a bard. It is the pain of my life that I can't sing beautifully so that I could play a bard. I would love to, but Mortius, you better be playing a bard.
Without people like you who click on and support my videos over here on YouTube. If you want to see more things like this, please consider joining the Patreon, but even if you can't support financially over there, just liking this video, commenting what was your favorite part, and most importantly, sharing it with anyone and everyone who you think would enjoy my rendition goes such a long way to helping me do more things like this in the future. Thank you all so very much for watching, and as always, gals, blokes, and all other folks, I will see you in the next video. Bye!
Love that sign-off. It's one of my favorite YouTube sign-offs that he does. But yes, that was incredible. That was such a good version of that song. I low-key want to see... I don't know why there isn't an official musical version, or like stage musical version of Nightmare Before Christmas. But I don't even want an official one anymore. I just want a bunch of people off of YouTube to get together and put on a production of it. And love and respect to you, Mortius, but I think you'll agree, if we can get Jeff Castellucci as Jack, it's hard to say no to that. But if we can't, it's got to be Mortius, because this was freaking amazing. And I love this version completely and entirely in its own way. Separate to any other version I've seen, because the choices that he made and the things that he changed up, phenomenal. This was awesome. Guys, thank you all so much for watching. Now that you've watched this, because I know this is on Patreon, I know it's not on YouTube, or if it is on YouTube, then it's been out for a while. So please go to the original video. I will still link it in the description, but just go on YouTube and look it up. Give it a like, give it a follow, subscribe, give it a comment, sorry. Subscribe to Mortius if you haven't already. He deserves it. He's awesome. He does great reactions and now great songs too. Comment on it and tell him what songs you want to hear him do. Comment on it and tell him how great his costume was. Comment on it and ask him what class he plays in D&D. Leave a comment, any comment. Also, leave, well, you don't need to leave a like and a comment on this video because we're just on Patreon. But yes, I will see you guys all in the next video. If you're part of the herd, thank you guys so much for watching. I don't know what Mortius calls his fans, but if you're one of Mortius's fans, if this is on Mortius's Patreon, thank you guys so much for watching over there. I will see you all next time. Have a great day, night, morning, evening, afternoon, whatever time zone you're in, and I'll see you soon. Bye.